I'm Dr. Felicia Phillips, and welcome to MogulCon. Hello, and welcome to another MogulCon. That's right. You know it's Friday, right? So, we are ready to see you tonight. We got some background noise playing there. Joy, is that you in the background? You look so guilty.
No.
Come on, girl. I know it's good. I'm over here jamming the whole time it's playing, right? But you got to let it go. You are welcome.
Friday.
Right. Happy Friday. Welcome to Mogul TV. I am your host, Dr. Felicia Phillips. Welcome. I'm a 30-year master business strategist, 30-year entrepreneur. I have the pleasure of co-hosting this show with none other than Joy Worthy Johnson. Hey, Joy.
What's going on? Hello. Happy Friday to you, Felicia. Happy Friday to Sabrina. Joy Worthy Johnson, public speaking coach and regional sales trainer for an amazing real estate company out here in the world.
All right. And yes, we have, I'm going to say it like this. Not only do we have a guest, a good friend. Sabrina and I have been together for a long time. Sabrina Lowry, the tech evangelist. Welcome, Sabrina.
Hello, Mogul TV. What's up, y'all?
What's up? I love this energy.
I do too, girl. She about to do a song.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got a lot to talk about tonight, so I don't want to take any more time. Joy, take us through our roll call tonight.
So, ladies, we always want to know where you are streaming from on this Friday night. So let us know in the chat so that we can give you a shout out, welcome you. We want to know where you are streaming from, whether it's in Atlanta, whether you're in Chicago like me, Florida, Houston. Let us know so that we can give you a shout out tonight, ladies.
Yes, and we're excited to have you. This has been a most interesting week. We had the vice presidential debate this week, and I want to tell you, it was some black girl magic all up and through there, was it not?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I tell you what, I hope that everybody has either requested their early voting ballot, because we need everybody out voting. More intentionally, we need our young people out voting. That's the point I want to get across. Last week I made the announcement that if you hadn't registered, Monday was the deadline. Now it's all about casting the ballot, you all. We've got to show up. I've even seen some people in our community who are going to be working the polls, so I'm excited about that. So I see Cheryl's in. We've got Valerie in. Hello, everybody. Welcome tonight. I'm excited to have you on the show with us. So, Joy, here we are back for another week. We've got the tech evangelist with us tonight, Sabrina Lowry. Sabrina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, everyone, my name is Sabrina Lowry, and I am the tech evangelist. I come from Elizabeth, New Jersey, by way of Florida. I lived in North Miami and graduated from high school there in South Florida. Made my way on up to the University of Florida in Gainesville. Go Gators. And then I brought my career in information technology here with my degree in computers and information systems. So I am now a Georgia Peach resident since 1996.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome to the show tonight, Sabrina. I know you've got a lot to share with us, so I'm going to let Joy get us started.
Wow, we're jumping right into it tonight, huh?
Yes, we are.
We're not waiting. Okay, Sabrina, I want to know, and I want you to share with our listeners, how long have you been in business? And then more importantly, how did you pivot your business during the pandemic?
Oh my gosh. So I have actually been a serial entrepreneur since I was in high school, you guys. When I was growing up in Miami with my mother, single mom, who had me at 16 years of age, it was just she and I. It was fend for yourself girlfriend up in my household, right? So with that being said, anything I wanted, including my very first car, was on my dime. It wasn't a whole lot mommy could do except work 2 jobs to keep our home, keep our lights on. That was something I've never experienced, was the power off in my property, you know? And so kudos and shout out to my mother. And this month being breast cancer awareness, my mother is a survivor. So we went through that change in our family dynamic when my mom had to go through chemo and radiation while I was away from her in Florida. So being here in Georgia, you talk about having your circle and your village on standby and on watch. I can just still remember calling upon some of my alumni from high school and college on rotation, like, okay, mommy's going to be at this appointment. Mommy's got chemo this particular time. My sisters need a babysitter. So my sisters are still stuck at so-and-so's house because they couldn't get to mommy because mommy was having complications from chemo. So it was a very, very stressful time in our family, but we survived. Yeah. She is a survivor. Yeah. And October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I just had to share that part of my journey because relationships matter. And in my world, relationships mattered. It was all about those friendships. It was all about how can we see to it that our family as a unit stay together, get mommy healed. And not just that, but from a mental perspective, you talk about the only child with her mom over there dealing with that. Yeah, that was a little bit of stress. So fast forward through her recovery, I was then introduced to my darling husband, who I have been married to for 18 years, but we met online. So because I come from technology, relationships in my lifetime, I think 50% of my best friends I've met online, y'all.
Sabrina, I got to stop you right there. Okay. Yeah. We're going to go off script just a little bit here. Yeah. Because I reunited with my husband. We reconnected online.
Yes.
Right. We just celebrated our 10th year of being married. There's something to be said there.
Yes. Listen, me too. Let me go ahead and jump in on me and my husband reconnected online. We're celebrating 11 years.
Hey. All right, single ladies. You heard it. You got 3 ladies, 3 married ladies right here. And we reconnected with our husbands online.
Okay?
Yes.
I like what Vicky said here. Real relationships. Vicky is a friend of the mogul community. And this week, I don't know if you guys saw her, but US PAC had their virtual business summit and Vicky was on there. So congratulations. She did an awesome job. She talked about real relationships. And if you haven't already picked up her book, guess what? Go ahead and do so. Because, honey, I want to tell you, it will prepare you for the next normal. Because that's the title of the book. Sabrina, you had a lot going on this year. You know, you've had to pivot your business like most. And I kind of want to drill in on that. Mm-hmm. How did you have to pivot your business? Because what a lot of people don't know, tonight we're, addressing you as the tech evangelist. We're talking a lot about technology, but you have a real estate company. You're a real estate broker. How have you had to pivot both of those businesses this year?
I've actually led with technology all of 2020. I'm literally saying January 1, I was kicking off my first virtual speaking engagement. So by happenstance, God's plan, whatever you want to call it, this year was my year of tech. It was truly full circle for me to come back to technology, which is what you and I talked about 4 years ago, right?
Yes.
So real estate was a happenstance for me because as a mother, a single mother at the time, not having my husband there to support, I had to get out of corporate America in my job as a computer programmer because I wanted to be mommy first.
Yeah.
And guess what? Real estate led me to that, getting my license, purchasing my first home, and getting married all within 1 year of each other. And since then, I got my license 2003. Fast forward to 2012, I launched my very own real estate brokerage and property management company. Was that my plan in 2003? Maybe somewhat, kind of, sort of, because I am a leader. So I came into the business looking for leadership opportunities. But here's the thing, y'all. They wasn't hiring people that look like us. You understand? That black girl magic, it was not accepted. And so for years, I didn't even put my face on my business card, Felicia. Because in my real estate market, I was in a predominantly white community. And so I just felt like if I wanted to interview for that $1 million listing, but my black face was on the card, what did my chance of opportunity look like?
Yes.
Yeah. So you talk about a pivot. So real estate had to shift because the need in my village was for technology. People needed to know how to Zoom. People needed to know how to get their businesses on Google. I had to develop courses and content, which is my wheelhouse, you guys. Like, that's my first love language. That's not my second language. So if I have to speak to tech and teach to tech, that's what I do first. So I've been leading with that all of 2020 in a COVID, in a pandemic. Honey, I've been booked and busy.
Booked and busy. I love it. Where's my t-shirt? Booked and busy. Okay.
I have. And generating income in a pandemic has been seamless for me, including in my real estate business. None of my tenants failed to pay rent in the pandemic.
All right. Yeah.
Thank God, right? Because when rent gets paid, your girl gets paid.
That's right.
Okay. So,
and we want you to get paid.
Exactly. So that was my pivot, Felicia. It was, how can I work both of my businesses? How can I level my team's skills up? Because I do have licensed agents on my watch. Okay. And holding other people's license is no small feat. It's a major liability, to be quite frank with you. Right. So I pivoted, decreased the number of agents that I've had to manage, which meant I had more time to focus on tech and support businesses, large organizations, and nonprofit companies in their technology needs. And I love it because that's my first love.
I love it too. Listen, if you're just joining us, we are with Sabrina Lowry. You can find her online at The Tech Evangelist. And Sabrina, we're enjoying talking to you. Ain't that right, Joy?
Yes, we are. There's so many things that she said that I want to unpack, but I'm like, I don't want to go off script.
No,
so I'm gonna let
go.
No, okay, so one of the things that she said that I really feel like, especially as Black women, we feel like we can't put our face on our materials. And so I know that was like something you said a while back, but I want to just kind of unpack that a little bit to see, to have that dialogue with you as well as anyone who's watching. Why do we feel we can't show up in our authentic selves in order to get the business or in order to get business? Why? Because I too remember starting off as an entrepreneur and someone said, Joy, don't put your face on your business card. Why does that have to be our normal?
It's unfortunate that it's our normal. I think it's what society has placed on us as normal. It is abnormal? Please don't believe I believe it's normal. I've always fought that fight because as a leader, I'm going to tell you, I went 2 rounds of leadership training with a major brand brokerage up in this metro Atlanta market that would never position me for greatness.
Yeah.
So if I recognize that in round 1, talking to the CEO of the company, and I'm still looked over and passed on by, but I'm the one leading with sales, leading with rentals, leading with clientele, bringing y'all all my money, because at the time it was a 50-50 split. Do y'all know what that looked like on a commission check?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, right? So if that happens and you know that you're just as good as the others that's sitting down the hall from you in that same office, how does that make you feel as a leader?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like a failure. I felt discriminated against, to be quite honest with you. Like, why can't I get my own office? Why won't they? Well, Joy, you know, I think it was probably a little something like she got a little too much character, a little too much flavor, and a little too much color. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
And that happens. I mean, that's a reality that a lot of Black women feel in different industries, right? You're doing a lot of the work, you're being passed over for a promotion, which is why I say over and over again, we tend to go into business out of necessity and not opportunity. Necessity being we're not getting promoted, we're not getting the opportunity, we're not receiving equal pay, and the list goes on. And so we see Black women becoming entrepreneurs at a faster rate than any other ethnic group. And it's because their needs are not being met. Their needs are not being met financially.
Right.
Who doesn't want to be recognized for the work that they're doing, right?
Right.
People want to be recognized. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. And so when that doesn't happen, we begin to look other places like, okay, if I can do it for them, I can do it for myself. Now here's the thing. Yes, you can, but there is preparation that has to go into that, right? And sometimes we don't know what that is because we've never been entrepreneurs before, or we've never had anyone in our families who have been entrepreneurs that we could glean from. And so we make the leap and it doesn't feel as easy as we thought it was going to be, looking at social media, looking at what other people do, because other people make entrepreneurship look real easy.
Real easy.
Right? And you make decisions. But Sabrina, you were in a different place, right? You were making good money. You had great clients, right? And so you made the leap into entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Now, I got to ask you this, because two different industries, technology, real estate.
Yep.
But what I love about what you've done is you have kind of married them somewhat. And you do it with ease. But you always say that, hey, I'm a geek. I'm a geek. Why do you call yourself a geek?
I am a geek, Felicia. I'm a reader. First of all, Black people don't read. I read over 50 books a year. My Kindle is on swole. Okay. Like I told my children in my will, yo, my Kindle account is worth some money. It's valuable.
Okay.
I'm going to need y'all to know, and part of my legacy is some books up in there.
Yes. Take advantage.
Okay. But the real thing about my geekdom is I give entrepreneurs expert knowledge. Did y'all catch that? Geek.
Yeah. Yeah. Give entrepreneurs expert knowledge. I got it, girl.
That's what I do. So when I get to talking about tech, you know how, like, my husband is a cyclist. He rides over 10,000 miles a year on his bicycle.
Wow.
I call him the Black Lance Armstrong, okay?
All
so
right.
We get to talking about cycling. Oh, honey, he just fires up, lights out. He can tell you everything about bike, pull it apart, put it together. When it comes to technology, that's like my superpower. I get into a zone. I can off the cuff in my sleep. I literally have been supporting an event for 12 hours today behind the scenes, so much so that our keynote speaker, when it came time after they played his sizzle reel, y'all, he couldn't unmute himself.
Yeah.
Guess who was his ambassador? I said, look at God. Your girl was in the building. I had to call him on the cell phone while everybody in the audience is watching, mind you, virtually, right? But I was able to talk him through it. I need you to alt tab. He was like, tab, what's that? I said, no, he didn't, y'all. He didn't know the tab key on the keyboard. Lord have mercy. He has people doing everything for him, right? So needless to say, and long story short, I was able to bring our closing keynote speaker to the live virtual summit. Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody.
Everybody on the platform was like, yes, she did that. I'm just saying, if nobody else could get it, they were like, well, tell him to leave the environment, come back in. I'm sitting here like on mute, like, no. You know, so that just is a very simple example of my superpower and my strength and how I help people win and how I release stress. When I tell you he was cool as a cucumber when that doggone mic came on, he was just like, y'all ready?
As if that was no problem. As if there was never a problem.
It was never a problem.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be. Felicia's the queen of that. You would never know if there was a fire in the back, because when Felicia comes on the stage, she's like, and so, welcome. Felicia is the bomb at that. I love that about her. But I have a quick question, Felicia, if you don't mind if I ask Sabrina.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you talk a lot about technology being your superpower, but when did you fall in love with technology? Remember Brown Sugar, he said, when did you fall in love with hip hop? When did you fall in love with technology, Sabrina? Because a lot of people are terrified of technology, even though it's our norm. But when did you fall in love?
Well, without me giving away my age or nothing, you know, I do have two grown and one 10-year-old son, right? But 1978 is when I had my first computer, and I started coding in 1980.
Wow.
All right. We got a real OG right here.
A real OG. I'm going to go ahead and put it out here in the public. I honestly, and I know it's gonna sound real crazy, but I thought coding was like a new thing. Because now they're making it like coding classes, coding this. But since 1980, you have been coding.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that's why I lead with tech, y'all. You see what I'm saying? So if nobody could talk about tech, if nobody wanted to geek out at tech, I'm gonna give you another example, Joy. In college, the first earpiece, y'all remember these? Y'all remember the earbuds?
Yes.
Okay, so how about I was at one of the college parties doing my thing, right? Because I didn't like a lot of the down south music, being a Jersey girl. So I'd be in the party with my own little music on, with my little phone or my little Walkman. Y'all remember the Walkman?
The Walkman.
You better quit playing with me. I had my earbuds in, and I was talking, doing my thing, and why people thought I was crazy. They was like, yo, Sabrina over there talking to herself, y'all. Look at her. And then when I walk up, because mind you, you know, the earbuds wasn't on the white string. It was on the black string back then.
Right, exactly.
Look, if my back was turned, you couldn't tell I had earbuds in. When I walk up to them and everybody's like, yo, you talking hands-free? Oh my God, wait, hold up. Let me tell you, I was always the first to have any new technology. That's my thing.
I love it. You all, it's Friday night. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all I'm going to say too.
Sabrina is with us tonight. She is bringing the hype to Mogul
always
tonight. That's right. Always. The Walkman, baby.
Yes.
As soon as you said the Walkman, immediately my members only jacket came into my mind. Okay. I gotta go in the closet and dust it off. All right. The members only jacket.
Yes. I even had the salt and pepper haircut. Y'all remember the onion?
Yes. Listen, 1987 was my favorite year of all time. 1987 was my favorite year of all time. But when you said Walkman, I immediately thought of the yellow and gray Walkman. But you know what? I didn't realize they had earbuds. I remember the big headsets with the black foam on it.
They had them.
No, I'm talking about this one right here, where I was standing off, minding my business, and these folks thought your girl was tripping.
Listen, if you are watching us, 2 things I want you to pop in the comments. One is, what's your superpower?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, I want you to put, when Sabrina started talking about the Walkman, I said I thought about members on the Sabrina. You didn't break out the fan on us.
Girl, you don't even understand. I'm about to turn my fan back on.
Turn your fan back on
right now. I'm so tickled right now. So I want you to also drop what came to mind when Sabrina said the Walkman, right? What came to mind? Because you took me back. I mean, I started thinking about Run DMC. I'm thinking about everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you back. Okay, not the Walkman, but how about the iPod?
Yeah.
iPod, yes.
So by the time the iPod came around, I was a mom and my kids wanted the iPod, right? So we spending big money trying to get this iPod because everybody wanted the iPod. And you know, it's interesting because if you think about from that point, technology just got more rapid, right? As far as what came to market. And it's like it created this, I have it, you don't, you got to get it, get in line. I mean, we saw the cult phase with Apple where people were standing in line. So Sabrina, I'm going to pause there for 1 second because everybody's dropping in the comments. What came to mind? Jordache jeans came to mind, okay? Run DMC came to mind. Constance Varnum. New Edition, Mr. Telephone Man. Yes, that's what I'm talking. This is for Friday night, right? Converse. All right, Dion. Yes. I love it. I love it. So, but we see how technology has just changed the landscape of everything we do. Everything. Somebody say, I still have my iPod and my BlackBerry.
I do too. Y'all, the first one looked like the USB drive. I was
yes.
like, wait a minute. Look at this skinny little thing. I wanted to power it up. I wanted to know if my music was still on it. That's worth something. I paid for that.
Yes.
So, Sabrina,
yes,
when we think about, you know, it's a long time, right, that we've been doing this dance with technology. You know, I had mentioned earlier how Vicki has the book, The Next Normal. What do you feel like the next normal is for us? Because, I mean, we're still evolving. And now you throw a pandemic in that and the fact that they're saying, hey, this is not going to end anytime soon, right?
Right.
We're looking at hanging in with this until second, third quarter of next year.
Yes.
Right. So what are some of the things that you could tell our audience? Because our audience is full of small business owners. What are some of the things that we could be doing?
Oh, I love that question. So first and foremost, you have to reduce the stress with tech.
Yes.
I'm going to repeat that. First, you have to reduce the stress with tech. As soon as you put the computer in front of somebody, like when I tell you, you think I'm over here sweating, people, their armpits, I could see it, just the sweat dripping down. I can see the frustration in their, you know, where the crease in your forehead. And when I tell you they want to give up, like the struggle is real, then comes along your girl Bree. That's my nickname, by the way, right?
All right, Bree.
So then I come on in and I got the energy and I got the smarts. They like, yo, she bringing it all the way home. So I want to work with her. So point number one, once you reduce that stress, I'm going to need you to get some systems in place. And I know all about systems. My degree is in what? CIS, computers and information systems. Hello, somebody. Y'all better clap on that.
Yes.
Clap on that. No, but you do. You need some systems. And any entrepreneur that does not have a system, why do you think they're struggling?
Yeah.
If you introduce somebody to a CRM, first of all, they like cram. What's a cram? Like they don't
know. They don't know.
They don't even know what they don't know, right? What's a cram? I was like, "Ooh, Lord, we got to start from the basic computers 101." And I'm okay with that because I just mentioned that my client this afternoon was a 75-year-old keynote speaker. You think he gave a flying flip about, whatever, but he pushed through. Why? Because I was cool as a cucumber. I made sure that I spoke in a monotone and that I gave him everything that he needed to support his need.
Yeah.
Right? So I put out fires. Secondly, you have to onboard tech support. Yeah. And why entrepreneurs don't understand that there is a title, Chief Technology Officer, for a reason is beyond me. Every major corporation, every Fortune 500 company is paying big bucks for the people that not just know tech, but that can execute, implement, support, develop, create anything using technology. Yeah. So once you get your tech support on board, entrepreneurs and wantrepreneurs, you got to have an entire database that you are now able to rock out with social entrepreneurship. And that's what I've been doing. That's all I've been doing. I use social networks in order to continue to network. In a COVID pandemic, it's nothing for me to hop online. I'll have about 50 Facebook and IG DMs a day that I am very responsive to, probably more so than a phone or voice message. Y'all know how that goes, right? Instant gratification. But not only that, but I put that in place in my business. I'll give you a perfect example. I took the fall break off last week to take my son down to see his great-grandmother, who is a COVID survivor. Praise the Lord. Right. We were able to see her one more time, okay? Yeah. 84 years old and rocking out, still being a beast. She was like, "Girl, where my peanuts at?" So needless to say, once I take care of people's needs with technology, it is so easy and so seamless. I offer technology audits. I help companies save money. Do you understand? When I do a technology audit, I come in with a checklist like, okay, I need you to pull out your P&L. You get the whole blank stare.
Yeah, you do.
You get crickets. Yeah. Okay. Once you get your P&L, I need your expense report, and I need you to add in QuickBooks a technology category. They looking like, what you talking about? I said, okay, now when you review your bank statements, I need you to consciously look at the number of subscriptions that's on automatic debit coming out your bank account.
Now, Sabrina, you said something right there. Because there are so many people right now who you need to stop. Go to that checking account and look at the money that is coming out on a daily basis for subscriptions that you are not using. You may be able to save $200 a month if you just cut that out.
No, it's more than 200, Felicia, because why you have one household with 3 Netflix accounts? Come on, somebody. Why you got 2 and 3 Amazon Prime accounts in one household? Yeah. Why do you have the CRM from 1999, still auto debiting and you don't even use it? I still pay for an e-fax. You probably like, e-fax, girl, when the last time you even got a fax? I said, I don't get them, but if I need to in a COVID pandemic, your girl sure can get them contracts signed. Okay.
Okay.
So that $9.99 is going to stay on my budget. You understand me?
I love
but
it.
Not only that, once you do a technology audit for your business, I've sat with several real estate brokers. I've sat with several real estate education institutions, meaning real estate training schools, to tell them, how can you put your courses online? Felicia, I've been teaching for one of the largest real estate companies in the state of Georgia for 2 years now. And do you know that for the first 4 months of the COVID pandemic, I could not earn income because they were not positioned to offer online courses? I was like, don't make me do the head bob and weave on y'all, but I can help you, is what the conversation shifted to. What do you need? How can I support you? I've been working on Zoom for years. That's been a paid subscription that I've had before it came to be a thing. But when it became a thing, guess what this entrepreneur did? Honey, all them extra funds in the Cash App, Cash App lets you invest, right? I went right on and bought me some Zoom stock. Girlfriend, in 6 months, I done doubled my money. So I don't play no games when it comes to the money. I don't play. I don't play. I don't play.
I love it. Joy. I know a ton of questions going through your head right now.
You know I do. But I want to go back. I'm always want to go back to unpack, because you said systems. And sometimes with small businesses, you need to give us some examples of at least 2 to 3 systems that I need to have in my business to make sure that I'm technology sound. Okay. So if you could give me 2 systems, 3 systems that would be beneficial for an entrepreneur, I would really love for you to share them with us.
Okay, so my top 3 is so simple, it rolls right off my tongue. Number 1, y'all know I'm all about Google. I am that chick. I've been on Google's platform since Google became Google. And so with that being said, I do pay for that subscription. I do keep that G Suite, which is now called Google by Workplace. Did y'all know it changed?
I noticed that. Yes.
Oh, ma'am. So I will be offering all kinds of training going through 2021 for entrepreneurs that do not have systems, Joy. So it's a one-stop shop. It's all things Google. I can have my words. I can create contracts. I can do my spreadsheets. I can send invoices. I can do a Google form and do a class survey, an open house survey. I can do it all the way customer intake form. All things Google. Second system, Microsoft. I am a certified Microsoft innovative educator. Yes, I am. And when I took my Microsoft training, it was because Microsoft developed some new technology. And not only that, but there is an entire Microsoft education platform. I do course curriculum, right? I've been writing courses. I can do PowerPoint in my sleep, on my cell phone, on my tablet, on my Surface. Don't matter, in the plane, in the parking lot, 5 minutes before I go on stage. It doesn't matter. So if I have these 2 systems working together in conjunction with one another, then the third thing, all I need is a mic and some lighting and a video and whatever else. And then that means you need some type of virtual and streaming technology. So I just happen to choose Zoom. For example, this evening, y'all are on StreamYard, pushing live content across multiple networks. But people don't know these things. So what you don't know is the fact that you can monetize in a pandemic if you use technology.
Absolutely.
I love that. And I love that you said 2 big names that we're all familiar of. Everybody on this call or everybody streaming has heard of Google and heard of Microsoft. Yes. I thought you were going to say some new stuff like watchmework.com is a new app that just came out, or the new business, but Google and Microsoft, and I'm happy to hear that they are still evolving to stay with the time. So I definitely need to go and check out the products for Google. Yes. And then having Microsoft and Google work together. Because I saw someone in the chat, Felicia, say they were thinking to cancel Google and just work with Microsoft. Did they say that? Did you see that in the chat?
Yeah. Let's go back. I think that was Tina. She said, okay, we'll keep G Suite, was thinking about stopping it or just keep Microsoft.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Answer that question for Tina. Hey, Tina, thank you for the question. So what I do is When I can avoid subscriptions and fees, I eliminate. But the reason I can use them together, y'all ready for another nugget? Is because educators and parents and students get Microsoft Office 365 for free. Free 99. Anybody got a budget for free 99? Let me see your hands.
About both hands, free 99.
Right. So I don't eliminate that because I don't have to pay for that. So what I do is I might start off with PowerPoint because I know PowerPoint has some robust templates that I can get all the way groovy with, right? But then when I go in Google Slides, it might not be as robust. Yeah. Okay, so that's one example. Two, I might go into my slides and have different animations and different fonts from PowerPoint. But when I integrate that into my Google Slides, guess what? The fonts shift, the pictures shift. Have any of y'all ever had that experience? You're like, what happened to my PowerPoint? It was fine, okay? Yeah. Lost in translation, and nobody even understands that whole conversion that's happening in the background. And then I'm gonna give you a third one. How about Google Contacts? Anybody ever think about Google Contacts as being your very first CRM on a free budget? Hello, entrepreneurs. You can use Google Contacts because I do. Every time I meet somebody networking, I'm like, oh, Joy. Okay, Joy, I'm going to go ahead and put you in. Okay, and Joy, oh, let's take a selfie. And then I take our selfie, and then that becomes your contact picture. So I'll never forget you. And then I'm going to send it to you so you'll never forget me. Now watch this relationship marketing go to work. I'm be like, so can I text you my website, and then when you're ready to book an appointment, I'm gonna have that link right there. Okay, somebody, let me see you get down with some technology. All right, all free CRM.
That's right.
Where I can put
you really did do that too. That when we met at MogulCon, you did that to me. We took pictures. I mean, I gave you my information, then we took a selfie. You sent me the email right then and there. You better do it.
That's how I get booked and busy, boo.
Booked and busy. There you have it. Sabrina Lowry, the tech evangelist. Sabrina, tell everybody how they can connect with you.
So first of all, I want to just break down how I became the tech evangelist before I give you the contact.
I love it. Go right ahead.
So I met Joy, and I basically had to give her one piece of me without her realizing who I truly was deep down in my soul. So I am a Christian woman. I am a believer. I read the Bible every day. I post scriptures in my sister circle online every day when I'm able, right? And not only that, but I do believe in spreading the word of God. So as an evangelist of the word, I just happen to be an evangelist for tech. Hello, somebody. I just thought that was quite fitting. So I just want to throw that up in there. So I am the technology evangelist. I evangelize tech. I speak truth to power when it comes to technology, and I eliminate the stress in tech. Yes. You can contact me at my website, SabrinaLowry.com. I'm so thankful I was able to get that domain name like 5 years ago, because it was a dog breeder in the Midwest with my name. I couldn't get my domain. So now I own it, and I bought it for many, many years. And if anybody want to buy it from me, it's going to cost them a pretty penny.
I don't think you're going to sell it. I don't think you'll be selling that one.
So SabrinaLowry.com is the best place. It is a one-stop shop. My website is very unique. I call it a hub. It is a hub of information because I do multiple things. So if you want real estate information, you can find it. If you want technology information, you can find it. If you want to book a consultation, you can do that. If you want to purchase a book, the store is there with the e-commerce on the background. And then if you want to book me so I can stay booked and busy, you can do that too.
I love it. I love it. D already had it in the comments, baby. Booked and busy. I love it. Sabrina, it has been such a treat having you on. I needed your energy tonight.
Yes, me too.
Perfect. And I know everybody watching enjoyed you on all of the platforms. Listen, if you're watching us on the replay, #replay, leave your comments. We always like to go back and see the comments because we're streaming tonight, not just on Facebook, but we're on YouTube as well. So we're sharing the love all across all of the platforms. And Sabrina, yes, girl, I love you, love you, love you. You've been a great supporter of our community, just like all of the other women who are supporting by watching us tonight. It's so much that I want to share, you all. So, MogulCon is coming up, or this year, MogulCon's cyber conference, right? It's the first time for everything thanks to the pandemic. So Joy and Sabrina and I were on earlier. And I was telling them, I was like, listen, when you come to the cyber conference, you got to come correct. So we got you when it comes to fashion. We got our 2 MogulCon shirts. So that's one. Or if you like a little bling, guess what? You can come with the bling too. Then if you want to kick off with a cup of coffee with us in the morning, because mornings are for moguls, baby, you can get that too. Now, you don't want to miss the wealth party. Now, some of you have been watching us from the beginning. And you know that Terrell Dinkins was on, and we were having such a good time talking about money that we decided to have the wealth party. And so it's pearls, jeans, and bling. And you would be remiss if you didn't have your Mogul plus wine tumbler. Okay? Because we're going to have a few spirits up in there. All right. We're going to be contacting the wealth spirits up in there. How about that?
I love it.
Joy, tell our viewers how they can get their ticket to MogulCon.
Absolutely. If everything that Felicia just said got you excited and you're like, where do I go? Where do I go? Head over to mogulconlive.com to get your virtual pass tonight. mogulconlive.com so that you don't miss out on any of the fun that we're going to have. When, Felicia? November 6th.
That's right. That's right. November 6th and 7th. So make sure you get your ticket. And I just want to leave you with the same word that I always leave. It is time for us to move beyond motivational quotes, songs, and mantras. This year has made us stop in our tracks, made us pivot and consider our options. Now is the time for you to do something that will move you and your business forward, something that will not just empower you, but position you in the marketplace. Sabrina, thank you for joining us. Joy and I look forward to seeing everybody else Friday, same time, same place. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next Friday at 8.
Next Friday.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Felicia Phillips, and welcome to MogulCon.